Hello and welcome to Mini Course, your gateway to bite-sized learning. Chapter 3 of the thesis proposal consists of the following parts: research design, sources of data, population and sample or respondents of the study, research instrument, validation of the research instrument, data gathering procedures, statistical treatment. Today's lesson is solely dedicated to research design. The other topic from Chapter 3 will be covered in a different video. Let's get started. What is a research design? The thesis or research design refers to the overall plan or to the entire process of planning and carrying out a research study. Specifically, a research design refers to the descriptions of the sources of data, the data gathering procedure, the instrument used, and the data processing techniques and statistical treatment applied. Thus, research design is referred to as the heart of the research study. 4 kinds of research design. 1. Historical design. This study attempts to record, describe, organize, analyze past events or accounts concerning the life of an institution, people, country, and other collective entities. 2. Descriptive design. The study focuses on the present condition. This is the general term used to classify a study whose data shall primarily be based on describing, characterizing, providing a picture of the research subject, respondent, or population. Descriptive studies are valuable in providing facts on which scientific judgments may be based. They provide essential knowledge about the nature of objects and persons. Descriptive studies also play a large part in the development of instruments for the measurement of many things, instruments that are employed in all types of quantitative research as data-gathering instruments like tests, questionnaires, interviews, observation schedules, checklists, scorecards, and rating scales. There are several types of descriptive research. Descriptive survey. This approach is appropriate whenever the objects of a class vary among themselves and one is interested in knowing the extent to which different conditions obtain among these objects. Good and Skates, 1972. The word survey signifies the gathering of data regarding present conditions. A survey is useful in providing the value of facts and in focusing attention on the most important things to be reported. Descriptive normative survey. Good and Skates, 1972, stressed that the term normative is sometimes used because surveys are frequently made to ascertain the normal or typical condition, or practice, or to compare local test results with a state or national norm. In other words, in the descriptive normative survey, the results/findings of the study should be compared with the norm. Descriptive status. This approach to problem-solving seeks to answer questions about real facts related to existing conditions. This is a technique of quantitative description that determines the prevailing conditions in a group of cases chosen or study. Descriptive analysis. This method determines or describes the nature of an object by separating its parts. Its purpose is to discover the nature of things. Descriptive evaluation. This design is to appraise carefully the worthiness of the current study. Descriptive nominative. It is a comparative survey where the researcher considers at least 2 entities and establishes a formal procedure for obtaining criterion data based on which he can compare and include which of the 2 is better. Correlational survey. This is designed to determine the relationship of 2 variables, x and y, whether the relationship is perfect, very high, high-marked or moderate, slight or negligible. Example of correlation. All surveys title correlates high and low achievers of senior business students of ABC University. Longitudinal survey. This involves much time allotted for the investigation of the same subjects at 2 or more points in time. 3. Experimental design. It is a problem-solving approach that the study is described in the future in what will be when certain variables are carefully controlled or manipulated. This design is most useful in the natural sciences such as botany, zoology, biology. 4. Case study design. A case study design is a problem-solving technique that the study describes from the past, present, and future. Some writers categorize this method under descriptive, but it is more distinct if this technique is placed in another design that is independent of the other. Case study design is an intensive investigation of a particular individual, institution, community, or any group on side read as a unit which includes the developmental, adjustment, remedial, or corrective procedures that suitably follow diagnoses of the causes of the maladjustment or favorable development. What about qualitative versus quantitative methods? The main difference between qualitative and quantitative research is not quality, but procedure. In qualitative research, findings are not arrived at by statistical methods or other procedures of quantification. Qualitative methods are flexible and unstructured. They employ several observations and try to explain different aspects of the problem area. Qualitative methods are suitable when the objectives of the study demand in-depth insight into a phenomenon. Gowrie, et al., 1995. This ends our lesson on research design. I hope this tutorial lesson helps you in your research journey. Hit subscribe, like, and share this video. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you for taking the time to learn with us in our mini course.